Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRFBets race of the day for Sunday, September the 2nd. Race number 10 at the Spa. It's the Grade 2 Prioress Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. You can play the race, you can play the card, you can play the whole weekend with your very own DRFBets account. Sign up, get 10 times the bonus at drf.com/bet. Here are the field of 3-year-old fillies getting set to go 6 furlongs for $250,000. Download free formulator past performances for the Prioress on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. And handicap along with us as we take this field in post position order, beginning with the number 1 Bronx Beauty, undefeated from 5 starts on dirt. She's taking a big step up in class, but she has run a fast race 2 starts back that indicates she belongs with this bunch. She likes to be forward, however, and there is a lot of speed to her outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think she definitely deserves a chance in a race like this. We'll just see what happens with it, Dan. It's a really tough spot for her to ship into. She's got races that suggest she's fast enough to go with these horses, but it's a tough post position with speed to her outside, and she's just facing better horses here. We'll see what happens. She's a great price on the morning line.
The number 2 Cathedral Reader is 30-1 on the morning line, a dominant debut winner for trainer Dallas Stewart at Churchill Downs. Then she caught a sloppy track as the favorite in her first start against Winners. The winner of that race came back to win an optional claimer at Ellis Park with a 78 buyer speed figure. This filly's got some upside potential, but it does seem like maybe too much too soon.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I don't love either of her first 2 races, but, you know, they're going to take a shot here. They thought about running another test. They decided not to do that. That was probably a good idea. I just don't know how much easier this spot is for her again. She has to really improve to win.
Our friends at Timeform US believes there is a ton of speed expected in the Prioress. You see that by that red bar, and you see the 3, the 4, and the 6 all expected to be vying for the early lead. Now, I'm not sure if the 3 Sour is going to want the lead. She sat off of it last time out in the Grade 3 Victory Ride. Maybe she is actually better on the lead because all 3 of her wins came when she was sent to the front. In the Victory Ride, I thought she sat a great trip. She loomed boldly, and she just flattened out a little bit. Linda Rice is a trainer you always have to respect.
Yeah, no, I agree with all that stuff. I mean, I thought all in all the trip was good for her last time in the Victory Ride, and it looked like she was going to go right by there and take over the lead. She couldn't get it done. The race did go to a closer at the end, though. It was not a poor performance by any stretch of the imagination. Her first 3 wins were all really good efforts. I think she's a good filly, but she's in another tough spot here with a ton of speed to contend with.
Mia Mischief, the number 4, ran in that Victory Ride stakes. She dueled with Classy Act. She was the one that cracked first. Not so in the test. She and Classy Act hooked up yet again. This time, Mia Mischief put away Classy Act, but the minute Classy Act dropped back, here came the eventual winner and favorite, Separation of Powers. All in all, Mia Mischief ran a great race. She did all the heavy lifting, and she only lost by a neck. Do you think that that race sets her up for a regression? Such a hard race.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I was really more disappointed with her Victory Ride, too. Like, I didn't like that performance from her at all. I thought she ran great last time. To me, she's the horse to beat in here. She's got all the fast races. She's got speed. She's going to be forward in this race, and she's exiting a really good performance. I think she is the horse to beat, Dan. But it's just one of those situations where I'm not so sure how much I want her as the favorite. I think she's vulnerable, but they have her to get by in this race.
And she might have to deal with Sour and her old nemesis, Classy Act, is in this race again. The 5 Dream Pauline, undefeated from 2 starts. Just a lovely pedigree for Kieran McLaughlin. And she came off an elongated layoff to win in such professional and fast fashion last time out. I think she has the most upside potential of any filly in this race, and she should get the right scenario if she doesn't get run off her feet early, which I think is a possibility.
Yeah, that's the real concern for me with her. I really liked her debut. She debuted very late last year. The race didn't come back fast, but she won that race really easily, and they didn't really ask her to do too much in there. She came back off the layoff last time. She got a perfect trip. The pace was not fast. But she finally ran a fast figure in that race. The 90 suggests that she's this good. She's bred to be this good. Her connections think she's this good. I'm very interested to see how she runs here, but I'm with you. The main concern for her is, do they just run away from her early? And if they do that, it could be very hard on her in this race.
The number 6 is Classy Act, who ran that winning race in the Victory Ride, dueled Mia Mischief into the ground, held off Sour's bid in an upper stretch, and then was just run down late by a big long shot. I wonder if that race took some of the starch out of her, because in the test, Mia Mischief just pretty much ran right by her at the 3 furlong pole, and she didn't have much left. I wonder if these connections will try to rate on the outside. She seems like she's at her best when on the lead, however. It could be a catch-22.
Yeah, I mean, it was very disappointing last time. She was just no match at all for Mia Mischief after running so well in the Victory Ride at a big price. She did not run well last time. We'll see what they do with her here. To me, based off the last one, the test, she's really tough to take in here.
Interesting in your take on the Southern California Invader, the 7 Moonshine Memories, multiple Grade 1 stakes winner as a 2-year-old. We saw her in the Acorn. Well, I'm not going to fault that effort behind Monomoy Girl. She returned to Southern California, and she got a soft trip in an allowance race last time out. I think with her tactical speed, she can sit a trip tracking just off the leaders, maybe gets first jump on the true closers.
Yeah, I think that's true as far as the trip goes. You can get a good one in this race, and maybe that will make all the difference. I just don't really like her 3 races since she's come back so far this year. And I know that you could say the Acorn, well, what was she supposed to do that if she wasn't going to win? I mean, I just thought she was terrible in that race and was no match for some really good horses. I was really disappointed. I know she got back on track last time, but I'm not betting her.
Dream Tree is the number 8, undefeated for trainer Bob Baffert. It's Smith, it's Saratoga, and there's another formulator fact for Baffert. Past 5 years, 3-year-old last out winners coming off a layoff of 6 months or greater on dirt, 42% winners at 265 ROI. Generally, you don't worry about the layoff with a Baffert-trained runner. This horse has not run since February, has only run once this year, but she beat the talented Midnight Bizou twice last year. I'm concerned about her turning all the way back to 6, though.
You'll be interested to see what I'm concerned about that, too, Dan. I mean, I know that she can sprint. She won her first 2 career starts sprinting against a good horse. But I actually like her route races better. I feel like she got better going longer. So we'll see what happens here. Obviously, you know, Baffert's not shipping in here if he doesn't think that she can go with these horses. She probably can. I'm going to use her, but I'm going to bet against her within the race.
A Grade 1 winner coming out of a nice effort in the Las Virginis. The 3rd finisher came back to run 2nd. 2 Moonshine Memories with an 87 Dyer. The 4th finisher coming back to run 2nd in the Summertime Oaks with an 89. Win the War. 3 for 3 in her career. The only problem is the only loss came in her only race on dirt. Is it as simple as that? She's better on turf and synthetic, or do you have an excuse for the Santa Ynez?
No, I don't think she needs an excuse for the Santa Ynez. I actually felt like she ran pretty well in that race. No match for Midnight Bizou at the end of the day, but she ran fine there. She just missed 2nd. She had run a really fast race prior to that as a 2-year-old 93 buyer going 7 furlongs, and she came off the layoff last time. Listen, there was only 3 other horses in there. She won that race very easily, did not have to work hard, but it was a nice starting off point for her. I think this filly's pretty good, and I'm using her.
Draw a line through the last race of the number 10, Perfect Miss. She was the favorite in an optional claiming race against some older horses. She broke slowly, she rushed into a sizzling pace, and she paid the price. Her race 2 starts back, probably more indicative of her true ability. I'm not sure it's good enough to get it done, but she's a likable filly. There's a race probably for her down the road.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an excuse last time. The win 2 starts back, she just had all the best of it, though, loose on a speed favorite track, so that's not going to help her in this field. She probably can't get to the front. She's got a little upside, and she's got a little talent, too, but this is a tough spot.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the Grade 2 Prioress Stakes. You are a big fan of the 5, Dream Pauline. This is a May foal. It's quite possible she just needed a lot of time to develop. It's apparent, readily apparent, that she has talent.
Yeah, I'm just going to take her here, Dan, and just hope that she doesn't get run off her feet early in this race. Keep up with the pace, get the right kind of a trip, and maybe take a small step forward.
Mia Mischief won the battle, lost the war to a good one in separation of powers last time out. She's going to probably have to do a lot of hard work from start to finish in the Prioress, but I'm going to pick her. I'm using a lot of Dream Pauline. I'm going 4, 5, 7, and 3. Who are your top 4 picks?
I went 5 and 4 with the Cassie horse, Win at War. I'm going to use that horse as well.
Sunday's DRF race of the day is the Grade 2 Prioress. Bet it with a DRFBets account. Sign up, get 10 times the bonus at drf.com/bet. Approximate post time for the Prioress, 5:38 Eastern. Best of luck.